Welcome to Rauta here in Glasgow, Darkness Guides Us. Now we have some really veteran guys from Greek black metal scene. Welcome, Varathron. Here we have Stefan, nice to meet you. And we have here, what was your name again? Achilles. Now that is an old god name. So we have a newer generation here and older generation here. Now, you are the only original member of Varathron.
Yes.
Everybody else is newer.
Yes.
Why is that?
We started one from 1988 when the most guys listened, waited, and Mango were a team. Some guys who were interested in different extremities. We like to listen to Hellhammer, Celtic Frost, Sarcophago, really Morbid Angel, Venom, Bathory, Love. So we start to listen a lot of this music and they're born the idea to create a band played like that. Me was in a band called Simon's Mind, played France, and the other guys, my great friends, had Roddy Christ to play Cry the Noise. So me and Jimmy later, and the other guys, Spiros, who played in Sound Pollution, in a Greek named Ihori Pansi. We start after the rehearsals with the bands. We start to rehearsal some new songs for our band. So, Varathron recorded in 1988. First some like sick idea, but later it was a very serious thing. It was the first part who I think that would change all of things in Greece. Varathron, Necromantia, Roddy Christ created this Greek unique black metal sound, Mediterranean sound, like Motor Greek in Italy and some other bands in Europe. My great friend, Dead from Mayhem, told me in a letter, Stefan, I think the first demo of Varathron Procreation for Another Evil was the most sickness thing who I listened to, most pure black satanic stuff. All this, all these words from other guys around the Europe and beyond the Europe, in Asia, in USA, Latin America especially, will give us a lot of currents to continue this band. And after so many years and a lot of lineup changes, we're here now.
All right.
In Scotland.
In Scotland. You, Achilles, you joined as late as 2004?
2003.
2003, okay. How has your life been after joining Varathron? It must have been an interesting journey becoming among the legends of great Greek black metal.
Yeah. Well, at that time I was 16 years old, I think. So I had a band back there, Chaotic Symmetry, and we knew Stefan was a legend, and he was in our town. So we asked him to come and do some guest vocals, and I met the legend. Yeah, and after that he talked to me and he said, I want to recreate this band in our city, not Athens anymore. And we started this journey again together, and yeah, after that it is very important of my life, important part of my life. I don't know what to say.
Do you think this new blood you are bringing along with other musicians in the band, do you think it has helped to kind of bring more life and energy in Varathron?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so because yeah, we had already our own inspirations and other things that we liked, but listening to the old stuff of Varathron again and taking them in our hearts and bringing them out again with another, with another way. And this is what we do today. We are influenced by the old Varathron stuff, but we also bring ourselves into it. And I think this made this Varathron fresh again.
All right.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think it has effectively made that thing. So back to you. Many people think that black metal was created in Norway and Sweden in the 90s, and they keep forgetting bands like you mentioned, Rauta, you, Necromantia, and other bands that were there already in the 1980s. What kind of message you want to send to this young audience about this? Like, hey, we were there already when those Norwegian bands were not there.
I think I have a lot of respect in Scandinavia scene because I have so many great bands, so many friends, so many brothers there. But I think one of the reasons to make that scene so big, I think, is the labels. See the labels and the other scenes in Mediterranean, Greek scenes, Italia, in Latin America, great scenes, in Malaysia, in Japan, a lot of great scenes around. Is in the second, in the
Second wave.
Yes, the second wave, because I think the big focus of the labels is
Was it to Sweden and
yes,
Norway?
Scandinavia. So, I don't know. I think we make a lot of things. I think the Greek scene was very, very great, and we still great scene. A lot of great new bands, a lot of bands with passion, with to keep the flag of black metal arise, and I think we'll continue all of this. And the basic reason for us is to play our music, to play this music like a hymns to the occultism, to the dark clouds, to something, it's not something to make, some like a team say who play better and don't play so good. And I think Scandinavia scene was very great, of course, Greek scene, Polish scene, Italian scene, a lot of scenes around the world. And all together, I think is the basic meaning all together.
What inspires you to write lyrics and create music for Varathron? I mean, things have changed in 1980s. What inspires you these days?
First of all, inspiration for me was all my favorite bands, like as I told you, Bathory, Venom, Celtic Frost, Moby Days, and all this stuff. And about the lyrics, I was, anxious to read some different books than they usually. I tried to find some occult books, some books from old religions, forbidden religions, forgotten religions, and all of this was a great history from ancient wars, from everything so ancient and so different and so bizarre. So we created, in my mind, a special and different world with lot of separate things than the normal world. So I started to study all of these books, and all of this was all these lyrics was like a like a falling of ideas when I started in my house at 12 o'clock night after midnight to start to write some lyrics like a falling of these ideas, like something.
Okay. What about you? You joined so much later than like in 2000s. So how do you think black metal has evolved in your opinion since the days Varathron was created?
Since 1988.
I mean, like, yeah, since 1988 and now we're talking about Varathron in 2019. How much do you think Greek black metal has evolved or changed, improved maybe?
Yeah. Well, the most important thing is that in 1988, and especially in Greece, there was not so much communication with the other countries. Things were difficult, and even in 2000, early 2000, that I was involved in Varathron, even back then, communication was also difficult. We still had to send letters back then, and in other countries in Europe, you could use internet, for example. In Greece, this was a little bit delayed. So I had this feeling already. I knew how it was. And with the years passing, I feel that internet and all this destroyed it a little bit of the romance behind it, and the pure feelings.
Yeah.
The music is still very good, and it keeps evolving. And about extreme metal, I think black metal is the only pure thing right now. Maybe some death metal bands, of course, also. But we managed to keep the spirit still alive, even with all this, not romantic era with the internet and etc. But the music is still evolving, and that's very good.
All right. Talking about differences between Nordic, this kind of Scandinavian black metal, and also Greek black metal, many Norwegian bands, Swedish bands, Icelandic bands, they went for the Viking ideas and their ancestors. But most Greek bands are not exactly tapping into the vein of Greek mythology, culture, philosophy, while you have it the best. Why don't you think this is not happening with Greek bands so much?
I think in Greek black metal scene we have a lot of themes. Some bands talk about ancient Greek mythology. Some others talk from occultism in general form. Some others talk especially only for Satan, and some others have other meanings. So I think black metal is extreme metal music. So like a guy who I love black metal music, I want to receive some extreme meanings. I love to listen to some very extreme stuff, even music, even lyrics. So I think Scandinavia have all this from runes, from Vikings, all of this. Mediterranean have some ancient Greek mythology, some others Egypt, history, a lot of things. And in general, I think about the lyrics is so open mind. All of this is not thing is something who who want to is a path, a narrow path, only for this or this. I think it's a big. I don't know if.
What these religions mean to you? Black metal has always been very much about against Christianity, sometimes against Islam and other religions as well. What do religions mean to you?
Religion for me, my philosophy is more than religion. Religion is something I think status who make you a person who afraid from something. Sorry, my God hit me, or my God damned me, or I think religion is something like a trick who is discovered from politics, from church, who press. I mean,
Oppress people.
Yes, press people. In a more philosophy meaning, religion is something who want to
Manipulate.
yes.
Like put people in line.
Yes.
So it's a control mechanism.
Yes. Who want to something who want to have only you and want like to make you relax like a person, not press you or make you afraid or all of this. It's something like philosophical and is something up to any normal status religions and normal lives. All of these guys who take money, take souls, take everything from name of a false god, name of everything.
Do you think that Greece was better before Christianity? I mean, after all, basically can be argued that Greek people invented the Western civilization, culture, philosophy, art, music, and all that stuff. And then later on, Christianity comes and screws everything. Destroys everything.
Yes, all these civilizations. Yes.
Do you think people should stand up and fight religion?
Yes.
In which way they should fight?
I think on the ways just the normal and just the status every day. I think it's better to follow your own philosophy for normal life, everyday life, not to follow the status and to keep your hands down and like a sheep. I think is must all of us must be everyday rebellion, and just all of this, just all of this. We have received it from politics, from countries, from everything.
What do you think when politics is brought into black metal? Back in the days, there were lots of bands who were totally outside politics. And nowadays we have quite a bit of bands that are putting politics back to metal. What do you think about it? It's a hard question.
It's a hard question and a big conversation. Yeah. Very big conversation.
But if we keep it short.
Black metal is about freedom, right? Spiritual freedom. So why not? I mean, we don't do it. We don't involve politics or ideas. All members may have their own opinions, but we are not into expressing politics through our music. We do express politics through a different way, though, through a more spiritual or cultural or opinions, but that's not our thing. But I think black metal, it's about spiritual freedom and freedom in general of expression, and it is an extreme music. So extreme means extreme. That's it.
That's it.
If you don't like it, don't listen. Don't.
Yeah, you're free to select.
Yeah, who cares?
Alright, what will happen with Varathron in the future? You're not a young guy anymore, you're fresh and very vital, but how will Varathron continue in the future? Do you have any plans?
Yes, we have plans. We have plans because me, I feel like a television. So,
You just started the band.
yes. So, we're going to continue. We're going to continue because we still inside burns the spirit.
The real
Black
flame.
metal, yes, the black metal spirit. So we want to continue. We're going to continue with a new album, with a lot of live shows around the world. Besides, I told you about my age because I have another bands because I don't. I'm like a mad guy who want to create it, music again and again. So I have another project band. So I never stop.
You're just too crazy to stop.
Yes.
Will it go to the grave? Will you go to the grave with Varathron?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So, is there any words of wisdom you would like to share with the audience? Anything personal? Anything from the band? Whatever you feel like saying. Let's start with you. Just one word of wisdom, one thought, line, whatever.
Thanks, but I don't think I'm a wise guy.
Well, that's a part of wisdom.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a Socratean idea. It's like, like I'm the wisest guy because I don't know anything. Socrates from Greek said it. And what about you, sir? Would you have any words of wisdom to share?
Well, I wanted to say to all our brothers around the world, Varathron is still alive. Varathron will continue. In the next months, we start working on our new album, and I think will be immortal. No.
Immortal in 2020.
Immortal. We would never die. I hope never die. I mean about music.
Even if you die, the music doesn't.
Yes. Until my grave, until my first step on grave, I still created music and still sing on stage until my death.
All right. That's a wrap. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Achilles. So people out there who are ready to find more about black metal, dig deeper and you will find these great gentlemen doing Greek black metal. So do your homework, get to see these guys on stage, and play their records, and enjoy. This is all from Rauta, Glasgow 2019 Darkness Guidance. See you on the other side.